This past week, something unusual happened. Gold and silver, the traditional safe havens for investors, suddenly swung dramatically in price. And that matters because precious metals normally move slowly. So here are three things to notice. When there's global uncertainty, wars, trade tensions, financial concerns, investors normally pile into gold and silver as an insurance policy. So last week, gold hit record highs, peaking at $5,600 an ounce. But then on Friday, it suffered its worst single day percentage drop in more than 40 years, losing nearly $600 an ounce. Silver's move was even more extreme. After peaking at an all-time high over $120 an ounce, it nosedived on Friday, down more than 30% at its worst, one of the sharpest one-day falls since the early 1980s. Now this week, they've both swung up again, though not back to the same levels. These are not normal moves. They're big enough that even people who don't follow gold and silver will notice. So what triggered those falls? The main catalyst was news that President Donald Trump plans to nominate Kevin Warsh as the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. Now, a bit of a backstory here. Trump and the current Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, have been at loggerheads over interest rates. Warsh has said he wants to lower rates, but markets are betting he could bring more independence to the Fed, signaling that interest rates may stay higher for longer. So how does that affect gold and silver? In simple terms, gold and silver don't pay interest. When rates stay high, metals become less attractive than assets like cash or bonds, which do earn interest. Also, that news pushed up the dollar, and that added more pressure because gold and silver are priced in dollars, and a stronger dollar makes them more expensive for the rest of the world to buy. The other reason, prices were so high, they were getting ahead of themselves. So they began moving back toward more normal levels. Think of it like an overinflated balloon. It didn't pop, it's just letting out air. In the past year, gold didn't just climb, it rocketed up over 70%. And silver climbed even more. In other words, gold and silver were hyped up. When the news shifted, traders rushed to reset. But here comes a twist, because gold and silver jumped up again this week. That sounds contradictory, and that's exactly the point. When even the world's safest investments swing this sharply, it's a sign of uncertainty, even if your portfolio hasn't felt it yet. That's a signal worth watching, so keep an eye on those metals. For more explainers like this, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it for now.